Hey friend, didn't see you there. Come sit. Let me pour you a drink. As you know, it's been some time since I last made a video, and I think it's about time that we made a new one. Don't worry, it's still about gaming, video games, board games, and the likes, Um, Before we start, just a disclaimer, this video is under fair use. So there's no intent to, throw shade at anyone or discredit anyone's hard work. There's none of that. This is pure commentary, and I hope you take it informatively or constructively. As you know, there's a game that came out last year that's pretty close to me. I've been quite playing it a lot. Came out in January of 2023, January 23rd, right? So it's nearing its anniversary in a few days. So this video is, or the video game is called Undisputed, or previously it was called ESBC, right? Esports boxing game, I think that's what it stands for. Correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah, from the last, I mean, from when it came out, there has been a lot of updates almost every month. There were some hot fixes that came out, and most recently, last December, there was a hot fix that came out which fixed a lot of stuff, which actually solved a lot of problems for the game. So it has really helped the community in a way that some of the players before when it started to come back. Um, so yeah, I mean, let me discuss some of those updates, right? So among those updates, some of the good things that came out, some of the noticeable good things, is the loading time of the screen. As you know, before it took a while before when you pick the character, especially online, it took a while for the game to load and to go to the actual game. But now it improved significantly, and it's much more playable now because of that update. So thank you to Steel City Interactive for having that. One more thing that I liked about the game was the input responsiveness. So previously, I had a difficult time doing the diagonal dodge. Usually, I use the defendant control settings, and before I usually when I press RB, I usually click on the up directional lever twice. Now I just click on it one time. So it's easier to do diagonal dodges and sidesteps right now. Sidestepping to the left, to the right. It's easier right now. So it's now more. It's easier to do defense right now than previously, where everyone was doing offense. Um, yeah, so that's the input responsiveness, and also the stamina expenditure. So whenever someone's going to like punch you or you get hit while blocking, you get more stamina expenditure right now. Even when you do the diagonal dodge, like previously, there are boxers like Canelo who are fairly unstoppable when doing the diagonal dodge. They can't be beaten. They're doing diagonal dodges left and right, but there's just like a split second that his stamina is expended. But right now it's slightly improved, but I think there could still be an improvement right there, right? It's not yet optimal, I believe. So I hope you can fix that. Also, the body uppercuts has improved. Previously, the body uppercuts were fairly unblockable, but right now, um, you can block it, and it takes a few body uppercuts before your block meter gets depleted, and you get damaged on your body, right? So that's improved. So thank you again for that, for addressing that concern. I mean, that's one of the major concerns of the players, I think. And I also like how flash knockdowns are happening right now. It's more often, especially if you deplete your stamina, and even if you're winning on points, if your opponent gets a good hit on you, he might get a flash knockdown on you, and that's really good. And of course, the visuals, like the blood damage. Before, you only get like cuts and nicks on the left and right side of your face. Right now, it doesn't show on the meter that you get cut, but sometimes you get a visual damage that here in between the eyebrows, you get a cut or a nick, and also the blood on the shorts. That's fairly improved. That's fairly improved, and it's really quite visually stimulating. It's like you're more immersed in the game, right? So those are the things that I like from the last update. But there are still a few things that still can be improved. And number one is the connectivity, especially when you're doing like online play. Um, if you're connecting from different regions like the Americas, Europe, and Asia, I think Europe and Asia is the worst connection right now. Um, Asia and the Americas are can be playable, especially if both sides have a good connection. But Europe and Asia is, I think it's still there's still some tweaking that needs to be done there in terms of game or server availability, depending on the infrastructure setup for the game, right? And the second thing that I don't like is the reach. I think you guys have done something about the reach, especially on boxers like Sean Porter, Lomachenko, Linares, and Usyk. Sometimes it's hard to hit an opponent who's backing up or who's trying to defend himself. Just a small step on using those boxers would not hit, even if you're doing a jab or a straight. It's hard to hit using those boxers. So probably you might want to look into that, because sometimes if one is playing those boxers and you can't hit with them, you have to fight in close, and you're not comfortable fighting close, then one might lose interest in using those boxers. So, I mean, please look into that. Yeah, I mean, basically, those are just my two quips about the game right now, and probably my wish list. Probably it's the elephant in the room that everyone's talking about is the creative fighter feature. I think if the developers bring that out or release that feature, it will bring back interest to playing the game. But I hope they do a good way of doing the creative fighter, not just like how they did it in Fight Night. I'm sure that you guys will be doing or inserting microtransactions to that feature, which we don't mind. But probably you can also add new boxers if you'll be adding them. Probably make like a Latino update where you can add Mexicans and Latin boxers such as Roberto Duran, Oscar De La Hoya, Fernando Vargas, and Um, yeah, Joan Guzman. Yeah, yeah, those boxers. I would very much like to see them and play them because I don't think um, they were that 100% accurate in the previous boxing games that came out. So if you could add those boxers, please, that would be great. So yeah, I mean, that's it for this video. I hope you find it constructive, and yeah, please like, share, and subscribe, and comment if you think I missed some items that needs improvement or things that I should commend the developers for. Please put it in the comments, right? So thank you for listening in. This is Richie signing off.